In this lesson, we will examine the technique of assigning variables when solving word problems algebraically. We will begin by completely solving the questions shown here so that we can get an overall picture of what we are trying to accomplish when we solve word problems algebraically. Now ultimately, our goal is to take the given information and translate it into algebraic expressions that show the relationships between the various values. Now in this question, we are given information about the ages of Gail and Eileen, and we want to find Eileen's age. To solve this question, we need to assign variables to certain values and then create an equation to later solve. Now how do we go about assigning variables? Which values do we even choose to assign variables to? Well, there are several guidelines that we can use to help us. One guideline is to consider writing a word equation. Here's what I mean by a word equation. The question tells us that the sum of the two ages is 66. So we can write Eileen's age plus Gail's age equals 66. Now based on this word equation, we can see that in order to write a real equation, we need to represent Eileen's age and Gail's age with algebraic expressions. Now which of these two ages should we assign a variable to? Well, another guideline for assigning variables is that it is often best to assign the variable to the smallest value. So since Eileen is younger than Gail in this question, we might consider assigning a variable to Eileen's age. Another guideline is to consider assigning the variable to the target value. In this question, we are asked to find Eileen's age, so if we let x equal Eileen's age, then when we eventually create an equation and solve it for x, we will then know Eileen's age. Now using the variable x is a common approach, but it's even better to assign descriptive variables so that we have a better idea of what the value of the variable represents. So instead of letting x represent Eileen's age, let's let e represent Eileen's age. Now since we need Eileen's age and Gail's age to create an equation, we still need to find a way to represent Gail's age algebraically. The question tells us that Gail is 10 years older than Eileen. So if we take Eileen's age, which is e, and add 10, this will be Gail's age. At this point, we can write an algebraic equation. We can write Eileen's age, e, plus Gail's age, e plus 10, is equal to 66. All we need to do now is solve the equation for e. First, we can